Yes, we are live. This is Omar Al-Douri and the legend himself, Isa Santo, here at the UAE Pro League Awards Ceremony 2024-2025. It's incredible. It's a great feeling. We're at the Emirates Palace. Isa, how you feeling, man?
I'm good. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here. It's the first time experiencing this off the pitch, the other side.
Yes.
It was really nice. It's a nice atmosphere. I'm really glad. I'm really happy to be here.
You know, you played the game. Now you're kind of seeing the fruits and the fruitions of celebrating what is a great season in 2024-2025. When you look back at this season and you see these people on the list, how does that make you feel?
Oh, it makes me feel excited, man. It's good to see these young players coming on this award. It's good to see that there's new nominees. You know, I mean, congratulations to all the nominees. It's good to feel that they're alive. There's still competition on the field. There's still competitors, you know. I'm really excited. Other than that, I'm really excited.
There's something in the air, Isa, here, man. The atmosphere, the vibe, you know, all the sponsors, the people behind the scenes who we see brief moments of throughout the inserts when we're at the games. We see the ADNOC Pro Leagues. We see all the sponsors coming up. But here now with everyone together, it feels grounding, you know? It feels like everyone's on the same page, on the same wave, celebrating such a great season.
It's a good way you're saying it that way. My perspective about it is really, I feel the energy in here. I feel the vibe. I feel like everybody's trying to be involved in such an amazing competition, especially the last season. There was a lot of competition between like teams and players as well. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm really surprised to see even youth players that are really coming and trying to compete with the big players and having more experience. I mean, it's such an amazing vibe.
Yeah.
It's really amazing. I'm glad to be here. Such an intimate, I would say, an intimate feelings. I'm just like saying, Omar, I'm really happy to be here.
Yeah, you know, it's an intimate feeling. It's a great feeling to see. I've seen you say hello to so many players. I've seen people walk past and take videos and take pictures.
This is the legend, Bashir Said. He's taking a video of me, knowing, like, you know, I mean, I'm off the pitch, and I'm gonna be honest with you. He was also one of the big players that influenced me to do this. He was telling me this from a long time ago. And right now, sitting here, looking at the UAE legend right here, it's like, I feel the energy, I feel the vibe. I mean, don't get me wrong, Mr. Omar, like, this is such a good event. I mean, you're gonna walk us through what's happening here tonight.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be here, like I said.
And you know, if we walk through, we look at the Golden Boy Award, for example. Yeah. We look at, you know, the Golden Ball. I like the fact we're appreciating, obviously, the seniors and the obvious ones like your Kayos, your Azmoons, and obviously your Gaidis, right?
Yeah.
So that's regarding the best player. When you look at those three players, what do they remind you of? What do they give you that?
There are three. I mean, congratulations on the three nominees.
Yeah.
They are really competitive players. What I like the difference about them is every player of them had the individual impact in the team.
Yeah.
It's not only an individual, and it's it's a teamwork. Every player of them really made a quite difference in, you know, in making a difference in the team. What I like about these three players, everybody have a different style, different kind of games, in the striker or the wings, or even like individually as one-on-one. So it's really hard. I mean, my point of perspective is really as a competition is on like fire between them. But
yes,
I mean, I want to congratulate them, three of them. I mean, getting to this place.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping for the best for them.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, we look at Kayo, 12 goals, 5 assists.
Yeah.
96 goals. He's 4 away from getting to that 100 mark as well. And then we look at Sada Azmoun, and he's got 11 goals, 6 assists.
Yeah.
And he's contributed a lot in the pass, before the pass, in linking the play. And then we look at Mahdi Ghaidi, you know, 16 goals, 7 assists.
Yeah.
In a club where you could say had different challenges.
True.
You know what I mean? So I think each one deserves to be there for sure, nomination-wise. But I think it's going to be interesting to see who gets rewarded as the best player of the league.
I mean, like you said, it's really, it's a competitive thing. It's the difference that this as a player as they're making as an individual. But I'm excited to see who's going to be the winner. As I said, each player makes the different impact, and like they made a really great season. I'm happy for them to reach this, to reach to this point.
Most people talk about the attacking players. We don't always give love to the defensive players and the goalkeepers.
True.
In the goalkeeper award, when we look at the Golden Glove award in best goalkeeper, Ali Khasif from Al Jazeera, Adil Hossein Sharjah, and Hamad Al Maqbali.
Yeah.
Those have been essential in their club's success.
True.
Not just in winning the league, but progressing and facing different challenges for different people.
Sure.
Which goalkeeper for you has stood out in that respect?
In my point of view, there are three great goalkeepers. In a point where I was in the field, or the perspective that I see it, the goalkeeper always depends on the best defenders.
Yeah.
So the defenders always keeping the goalkeeper in a really comfortable comfortable zone, I would say, comfortable area. Three of them, they're really great. The only goalkeeper who will make a difference and impact, as I say, is the individual part. As you said, let's speak about Adil Hosseini.
Yeah.
Adil Hosseini, he made a spectacular season.
Yes.
Despite the mistakes, or despite the individual mistakes, or despite how many goals he received.
Yes.
But as I believe, Sharjah has a different tactic than Shabab Al Ahli or Al Jazeera.
Yes.
Al Jazeera also have a group and good players of defense.
Yes.
But as an individual, if you're gonna speak about it, to me, there are really three good goalkeepers. Depends on the way they're being alive, and the way that actually they're supporting their team.
Yeah.
Most of the goalkeepers, they're alive. They feel them alive. They're screaming at the defenders. They're alive with the football, like they're active.
Yeah.
But most of them, they're also depending on the defender. But I mean, congratulations also to the three of them. I think it's a really hard decision that's going to be made today. Three of them, they made a really good season, especially for the goalkeeper from Shabab Al Ahli, Al Maqbali.
Yeah.
He did a really good season. I'm rooting for, three of them. I still didn't pick each one of them, but I'm happy to see them on the stands.
Yes.
No, it's okay. It's okay. How's it going?
How are you, brother?
Alhamdulillah, good. How are you?
Welcome. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you.
How do you feel after such a big season?
We have a very big season in front of us. We feel excited,
Yes.
to start the new season, and everything is perfect, so we are excited.
Yes. And have you had time to sit back and reflect on what's happened now that you're out of the bubble? And what did you take away from it?
Yeah.
No, every time that I'm out of the bubble, I feel like it's the best moment for you that you stop about football, you don't think about anything, you have your time to think, stay with the family. And when you take this time, it's very important for us to come back stronger,
Yes.
You know what I'm speaking.
Of course.
Our vacation is the best moment for you refresh your mind and get stronger for the next season.
Yes. And let's talk about next season.
Yeah.
So what is the goal for you next season, individually as a player and also for the club?
Individually, it's always to be better than your first version.
Yeah.
So, but for do that, you need to play good as a team.
Yeah.
Because when your team is playing good, you will appear. So it's always the team first and after you. And that's the way, I think, to do the best and to get the best results.
Yeah. You've done an amazing season last season. And what I like about you is every season there is something special about you that you keep improving, even scoring goals also.
Yeah.
Tell me, what's keep you in this consistency that it's never going below zero, like it's always going forward?
Secret. There is no secret. You need to work and to have the right people around you.
Yeah.
I have a very good family that support me and my wife, my family, and this is the most important.
Okay.
If you have the motivation and this, if you have the right people around you, you always push more and more and more. There is no limit.
Yeah.
You can always be better. That's the way.
Nice. So do you think you're gonna score with header this season or with most of the time?
You know, the last season was surprised me because last season I scored only one goal by head.
Yeah.
All the other goals I scored by foot.
By foot, yeah.
So this season my goal is to score more by head than foot. I'm defender. So that's the way.
It's true. Well, it's good to see you. It's
Thank
good to
you,
see
thank you. Nice to
looking
see you,
healthy,
guys.
looking fresh. Hope nothing but the best for you for the next
Inshallah,
season.
inshallah.
Thank you much for your time.
Thank you.
So much.
Pleasure, brother.
Nice.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
And that's the great point and the idea of. I'll tell you one thing.
Yeah.
He looked very fresh for someone who just come off preseason.
True.
When preseason's done, and you know this.
I know. Yeah.
It's that feel. You don't look that good, man.
True.
He came up into this like fresh as anything.
Some players, they take advantage of this before the preseason, and some players they don't, because I mean, some players they always, like you said, keeping this motivation, and like he said, honestly, I've seen a lot of players in their vacation, they're still running, they're still doing, you know, sport. They're still, if it's not football, it's volleyball. If it's not volleyball, something has to do with sport.
Yeah.
And I like that. I really like that.
When you see his name on the team sheet as a right back,
Yeah.
how does that make you feel?
I feel safe.
Yeah.
I feel secure.
Interesting.
Especially with him.
Right.
Because he's always, I like his mentality is always about, I secure my defense first.
Yes.
And then I will think about my offense. There's some of the players, I mean, they still have the knowledge, but to actually do the action inside the field is always about, yeah, I will help the team to be in offense.
Yeah.
But my priority as a defense is defense, and that's
Yes.
what I like about him.
And that's a great point, actually, because nowadays the style is to play out the back, is to think about breaking the lines and transitions and really trying to split the fields.
True.
But what you said about him was super interesting, is that he knows his first point is to defend.
Defense, yes.
And that's what differentiates him from the others. You know, whilst now it's like, even with goalkeepers, we mentioned goalkeepers earlier.
Yeah.
Goalkeepers are thinking straight away to play out the back.
Yeah.
Which means if they come in and play out the back, the two centre-backs split into the D and the full-backs go wider, and then the wingers go into the half space, and it continues and continues and continues. But from those type of players now, is that like a rare breed for you, you think? Defenders that they just want to defend, the old school style of defending?
I mean, honestly, I look at it in the ways that what's the goal of the match in here? Because sometimes the manager is asking you, well, we need to set the ball down. We need to calm down. We need to attract the other team or the opponent to attack us. So we need to to spread wide. We need the ball to be down. And it depends. It depends on also the quality of the players. Some players you cannot risk it to play like down, and some players they are, you know, good at playing long balls. But I believe like most of the tactics or most of the formation nowadays just to attract and keep the ball down, just to attract the opponent. And if you have defenders, I mean, like him and like other players, which are good players, it's really good impact just because for them to have the confidence to run the ball down and, you know, the strategy or however the manager wanted. I believe it's a good strategy to have that.
You see, you said the word strategy and you said the word movement. And for me, straight away, when I think of strategy and I think of movement, I think of the Manager of the Year award, right? The leader, right?
Yeah.
The one that takes the responsibility away from the players when they don't perform to the highest levels, and then gives them the credit when they do. That's what we call a pure leader.
Yes.
Okay, so the leader award this year, you have Paulo Sousa, Shabab Al Ahli, okay, who obviously with 26 played, 19 wins, 6 draws and 1 loss, we know what Shabab Al Ahli did last season. It's pretty remarkable. It's almost perfect.
Perfect, yes.
Almost, yeah? And then you have Cosmin, who you personally know.
Yeah.
Yes? You played under him?
Yeah.
Yes? Who's in the award as well and has elevated heights, not just for Sharjah, obviously now with the UAE, and then before that, his history as well. He's a successful guy.
True.
What makes Cosmin a successful manager?
What I like about Cosmin is there's a lot of things. Moving to Cosmin, his mentality is he's always 2 steps ahead of anything and any game or any strategy that he put. What I like, really like, speaking the truth about Cosmin, he reads the game perfectly. He reads the players perfectly. He reads the strategy, even the way they're gonna attack. He knows the weakest points in every game. What makes him different than the other coaches his consistency in the trainings, always focusing on how we're gonna play against the other team, which is really good. If, for example, if I'm today playing with him or any other players right back, and he knows there's the opponent on the left back or the left winger, that he's gonna be fast. If I'm slow, for example, he will change me. Why? Because today, for him, his strategy is to block this area. Why they have this dangerous player to block him, and we're gonna focus on what the other side. The other side, for example, we have advantage. They have a weakest point. We have advantage to that. So what I'm saying is, my point of view, what makes him different is that he reads the game very well, and he makes every player to review and to go over and over and over again until it actually gets in your head, like you can sleep with the strategy of this player to make you understand that we're gonna face this opponent and this is gonna be this way and this is the strategy. We don't want you to bring the best of you. We just want you to play in this certain certain strategy, and that's what I love about Cosmo.
He seems like someone who is in control of situations. You know, he's been put in many tough situations in game scenarios, etc., and he always seems like he's in control. What makes him so good at that? Is it like his experience? Is it him understanding the players? What is it that stands out about him?
I believe Olari Kozman, he's been a while in our league.
Yeah.
He understands every player. I mean, he studies every player.
Yeah.
And what I like about also his staff is always focusing on the best stamina, the best physical, always trying to bring the players on a higher level. Like, he will read your potential. He will know what you're capable of. He will know which level or which momentum you have to be in. I mean, the physical part plays a role, like a big role in the field. And what I like about Olari Kozman, he will use that also to clear your mind, because he needs a clear mind in the field. It doesn't matter, despite if you're a superstar player or not. If you reach to his ambition or reach to his level of playing in the field, he will put you through. If not, maybe it could be not this game. It could be a different game. But today, I need that kind of, space to fill with this kind of players. That's the difference about it.
I like that. Yeah. I like the fact I'm speaking to you about it, who's someone's experienced individually. That makes a big scene. And I'm sure the people listening as well and watching will be like, that's an insight they didn't know about.
Maybe I'm exposing a lot nowadays.
I like that. I like it. It's good in a good way. In a good way. The third manager in the category is Milos Milojevic, who is from Al-Wassal, obviously. And he's had also his tough moments, but he's come out of it as well.
He did. He came out. I mean, there was one season he was dropping a little bit. I'm not going to say dropping in a way. I mean, the momentum of it. But I think he catch up. He did really good. I mean, I really don't know much about what his strategy, but I can see my point of view. He did come out, like you said, he did come out of it. And I wish him the best for it.
Yeah, and speaking of that, we've had the goal of the year.
Okay.
The one that the fans look for. So, Omar Kurban from Al-Wahda. Al-Wahda is close to you, obviously, as well. So, Omar Kurban is in there for the list. You've got Nabil Fakir from Al Jazeera, who was outstanding as well. And you have Sufyan Rahimi from Al Ain. Okay? So, looking at those three are pretty unique players in their own respect.
Sure.
Nabil Fakir bringing that experience into the league. Yeah. Sufyan Rahimi bringing the consistency into the league. And Omar Kurban keeping the level so high that you almost expect him to do that every time.
Every time,
Right? So when you look at those three, which one of the three would have been harder to defend against?
That's a tough one. I mean, those three players, they're really experienced. Like, I call them the box players.
Right.
They're not like, they read the game, they read the box. Their position are actually in the box. They know, like, with closed eyes, they know where the goal at. I mean, personally, I fear Sufyan Rahimi. This player is a really fast player. This player's unexpected movements from him, and he will score in a weak point of, let's say, a cross or a weak pass, but he's still gonna score. So Sufyan Rahimi is an unexpected player. I mean, unpredictable when it comes to facing the goal. About Omar Khrebin, we've known him since he was in Dhafra, or
Yes.
he was in Al Ahly,
Yes.
Shabab Al Ahly before, and also in Al Wahda.
Yeah.
المحترفين is a box guy.
Right.
No matter from a weak point, he will always score. He will always knows, how to find his way, I would
Yeah.
say. And Nabil Fakir Al Jazeera, this player is always consistent. Like you said, he brings the new, he brings the new game to the season. I mean, to the league.
Yeah.
From my point of view, like I said, Sufyan Rahimi I will still fear him. Why?
Yes.
Because he's an unpredictable player.
Yes.
But I mean,
I was just thinking about someone behind you.
Okay.
When we said Al Jazeera, by the way, I'd love this guy here. I was just thinking about him.
Oh,
Mr. Khamis as well.
Mr. Khamis.
Yes. Guys, can we get him a mic, please? I would love to talk to him. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I would love to have you.
We were just saying Al Jazeera and
Yeah.
Nabil Fakir, and I was
Nabil
going to say a
Fakir.
story that you actually told me about him.
Mashallah.
About how consistent he is and how respected he is and everything. Amazing.
Please.
SubhanAllah. Thank you so much. No.
no.
Great to see you. Great to see
Great
you.
to see you.
So this is someone else who, for example, I
Yeah.
was telling you earlier about getting their licenses, being the team manager at Al
Yeah.
Jazeera.
Yeah.
Definitely someone that I have a lot of respect for. And I asked him about Nabil Fakir.
Mashallah.
I asked him about him exactly 1 month ago.
Mashallah.
I
I
was
played
talking-
with Khamis in national team
Yes.
for a long time. Honestly, he's one of the great players. I love his consistency in the training. I love his motivation. I love his inspiration all the time.
Yes.
He's a team leader.
Yes.
Mind is very clear. He's a very wide person. And I was sad that he retired early. I was
Yes.
like, you still need time. Like, can't believe, like, you're off the pitch so early. But I get it. Like, I know he had problems with knees for a
Yes.
very long time. And,
Yes.
And yeah.
You know, an insight about him actually recently is that from being on the same course as him
Yeah.
and doing our A license together,
Nice.
he's already inside the game, right? He's
Yeah,
already
yeah.
a team manager at Al Jazeera. He sees everything
Yeah.
every day. He gets to witness the players. He gets to be close to the players,
Nice.
the responsibility that comes with him. There's a leadership about him.
Yes.
When you played with him, what was it that you felt said leader straight away?
So it was him who controls the middle and always sent the tempo, whether we're gonna offense or if it's about offense or defense. He was in a particular player when he give him the ball, we'll always have the strategy whether we should attack now or whether we should lay low because some players are tired. The leadership that I got about him, that he set the tempo,
Yes.
and that's what I really admire about him.
Yes, love that.
Yeah.
I love the word tempo because we often talk about leaders, different types of leaders. We talk about the vocal leader,
Yeah.
who's the one that's consistently organizing and talking.
Yes.
We talk about the one that sets the tempo with the way they play.
Yes.
And I think Khamis definitely falls under that
Yeah.
from what you've said.
Yeah, he does. I like I said, he's one of the players. Was him back. I mean, back in the day when the national team was him and Amr Abdurrahman, same position. They were the two players who actually give us the breathe. When we come in from an offensive action, when we come back, we fall back. They're like, okay, guys, it's time to play. It's time. And they were saying, guys, tiki-taka means what is it?
Yeah.
Hold the ball. We give them the players. We give them the ball. And what I like about him, also defensive mechanism on him is really tough.
Yes.
You give him the ball, it's hard to take the ball from this guy.
Yes.
And that's what I really enjoy his playing him.
Yes. Now, we talk about the younger players.
Yeah.
And the younger players, the aspiring players, the Golden Boy Award. Now, in the Golden Boy Award, we've got 3 players. We've got Sika Sayed Yabi from Al Wasl.
Yeah.
We've got Guilherme de Silva, Shabab Al Ahli. And we have Brahima Diarra from Al Wahda.
Yes.
If you could go back to the 23-year-old Isa Santo,
Yeah.
what would you tell him?
Man, my only advice is keep up the good work. Some of the managers, they focus on training better than the game. And some of the coaches are the other way. But my advice for them is keep up the good work. Don't think that maybe under 23, congratulations, you reached to this point to be like, this is it. No, this is just the end. Like I would say, this is a dot of a new beginning. There's always, there's a new chapter. And if you got to this far to be nominated, also congratulations for all three of them. To get to this point, I believe there's a new chapter is coming. And I believe they're going to make it.
you know what? Just looking at the way the sponsors here have done it,
Yeah.
I really feel like they've elevated it. They've got the fans excited for the next season. Now it's the time to, you know, we haven't had football for a while.
True.
We've had a few
Yeah.
competitions, but we missed it.
Yes, we missed it.
This is the perfect setting to get us excited that it's
Yeah.
around the corner. It starts within a week.
Within a week, true.
A week's time, we've got the opening fixtures. It's going to be great. Do any of the fixtures stand out to you, or any teams you feel on round one is one to watch out for?
I believe all the teams, they really had a quiet preseason. They had a really good preseason, knowledging from the other players, from the managers. I mean, I kept contact of a few of the managers, but you gotta, I believe in Al Nassr. They have a really good players, but Al Nassr always quiet about what they're gonna do at the beginning. I mean, what the strategic. But for me, I look at Shabab Al Ahli, I look at Al Wahda, I look at Al Jazeera. I mean, they quite good, did good last season. They had a really good preseason. But despite all of them, you have to be aware of the team that are not in the picture a lot, because that's when you need to be careful. And what I like about our league, do not underestimate any teams, because some teams, they are well prepared. Some teams, they have like good impact and good players. They're adding to, you know, to do something good season. And
Yeah.
I'm rooting for all of that.
I mean, I agree with you. When you have Mahdi Ghaidi, you know, for Kalba doing what he's doing and scoring that amount of goals,
True.
it's perfect with the point that you made regarding, like, it could come from anywhere. Paulo Sousa with Shabab Al Ahli is an obvious one, but we had questions last year. Is this the best team? Right? Now, a great team does it twice. You had Sharjah, who was successful in Asia. You had other teams that were challenging at some point and making it difficult to break down.
True.
You know, even your teams that were Al-Batayeh, with new management, with all these things, it created that element of unexpectancy.
Yes.
And I think that's something that I think this year we're going to expect, because the league is unpredictable.
Unpredictable, I agree.
You know?
I agree.
Is there a player you think, you talked about people that you don't expect in terms of teams.
Yeah.
Is there a player you think that could have a good season that we may not necessarily expect to have a good season? Anyone come to mind?
I mean, the youth ones are coming up.
Yeah.
Some of them, they didn't get a chance last season. I believe, if I mind me, but I can't remember names, but I know in Al Wahda, for example, Al Jazeera especially, and Shabab Al Ahli. I will focus on the Banias as well.
Yes.
In Banias, there's still young youth players that have seen their preseason. I was asking the big players or the managers about them. I can't announce names, or I cannot say, because maybe I'm not close to that. But I believe as the youth player, they had, especially in this season, they're gonna have a spectacular season.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a great chance.
Yeah.
And they're gonna prove themselves that they're gonna do it. I believe there's gonna be a surprise. Some new good players.
Okay.
That's what I believe.
The one award that a lot of people talk about, and I think the players feel a bit special, is an award that's by the fans.
Yes.
And this is the Fans Player of the Year award.
Fans player.
Now,
Okay. Yeah.
The first one on the list is Mohammed Al Nini from Al Jazeera.
Yes.
Now, the fact he changed his position from midfield to defense was incredible.
It was incredible. Yes.
You know, we're about to go to the event, but that stood out for me very much so. The other two was Lima and Pimenta.
Wow. So Mohammed Al Nini, this guy reminds me of.
I think we're just going to go to the event now. We're just going to head over to that. Here we go.
داخل رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية.
السيدات والسادة، يرجى التكرم بالوقوف في حال القدرة لعزف السلام الوطني لدولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of the United Arab Emirates.
بعد موسم طويل شهدنا في فصوله الإثارة والندية والتنافس، ها نحن في المشهد الأخير من هذا الموسم ومن على منصة النجوم. مساء الخير لكل السادة الحضور. مساء الخير زميلتي ندى.
مساء النور والسرور محمد، ويا مرحبا بضيوفنا في هذه الليلة البهية.
اليوم هو عنوان التنافس الشريف والتحدي المغلف بالروح الرياضية والبحث المستمر عن الانتصار الذي يسعد دائما الجماهير والعشاق ويقودهم إلى المنصات الكبيرة من أجل الدخول للتاريخ من أوسع الأبواب.
الباب الذي يرفع منسوب السعادة لدى جماهير الساحرة المستديرة، هم رمزها الأول، هم سبب استمراريتها وحيويتها، هم الشغف اللامتناهي بها.
ما في شك يا ندى، ومع انتقال كرة الإمارات المحترفة من مسار تقدم إلى آخر فإنها تواصل تطورها في النواحي المختلفة الفنية والإعلامية والتجارية والتسويقية بإيمان راسخ وثابت بأن علم صناعة كرة القدم لا يقتصر فقط على المستطيل الأخضر.
بالفعل محمد، في الإمارات ما نعترف بالجمود والثبات على خطوات الأمس بدون ما نضفي عليها مسعى للوصول إلى هدف أبعد، هدف يقربنا من غايات تسعد الوطن، تحقق الأحلام والطموحات، وترتسم على إثره ابتسامات الساعين من أجل مجد يليق بكرة الاحتراف وتطلعات جماهير كرة القدم الإماراتية.
وهذا دائما ما تصبو إليه رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية. لذلك أيها السيدات والسادة نرحب بكم في حفل جوائز رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية عن الموسم المنصرم 2024-2025. كان موسما مميزا بكل تفاصيله التي جاءت فيه.
ومن هذه التفاصيل لحظات لا تنسى ومشاهد تستحق أن تروى وتسرد. لذلك خلونا نتابع هذا الفيلم القصير.
متابعة ممتعة. تلك اللقطات التي ستبقى في ذاكرة الموسم الماضي وحضرت فيها الاحتفالات والجماهير والأهداف الرائعة وهي كثيرة. لذلك نحن دائما نستمر برفقة الجماهير ومع النجوم والأسماء التي تزين دورينا.
بكل تأكيد محمد. أيها الحفل الكريم، يسعدني الآن أن أدعو سعادة عبد الله ناصر الجنيبي رئيس رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية لإلقاء كلمته، فليتفضل مشكورا.
$2.6 مليار درهم هي القيمة التسويقية لمسابقات رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية. 44 مليون هو عدد المشاهدات للنقل التلفزيوني في مسابقاتنا. 730 مليون مشاهدة على منصات الرابطة في وسائل التواصل الاجتماعي. كل هذا تحقق من خلال جهود الجميع في الموسم الرياضي 24-25. السيدات والسادة، أرحب بكم اليوم في حفل جوائز رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية الذي يتجدد فيه اللقاء بكم كل عام. نسير والهدف واحد، نعمل معا في خدمة ورفعة الوطن. شعارنا الارتقاء المتواصل، مصحوبين دوما بدعم القيادة الرشيدة التي جعلت أبناء هذا الوطن ضمن أولويات استراتيجياتها الوطنية. لقد أثبتت السنوات الأخيرة أن دعم شركائنا الاستراتيجيين ونجاحاتهم كان لها الأثر الواضح في تطور مسابقات رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية، كما أن هذا التقدم رافقه تكاتف الأندية المحترفة وجماهيرها الوفية ووسائل الإعلام الذين ساهموا بشكل فعال في الوصول إلى مشهد نفخر به جميعاً في كرة القدم الإماراتية. السيدات والسادة، لا يمكن أن نسدل الستار على مشهد الختام ونطوي سجل صفحة انقضت دون أن نشير إلى من استحق التحية، فلنجوم موسمنا الماضي كل التقدير، ونبارك أيضاً لكل من وصل إلى هذا المحفل. ونحن نستعد لموسم قادم نتطلع فيه للارتقاء بمنتج كرة القدم الإماراتية، ونتمنى فيه التوفيق والنجاح للجميع. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
بالنسبة لرابطة المحترفين الإماراتية ما هي إلا ترجمة لتلك الأفكار النيرة وفريق العمل المميز الذي يعمل وتكاتف الجهود لإبراز هذا المنتج الإماراتي الرائع جدا. مسابقاتنا المحلية دائما تحمل الأولوية يا ندى.
أكيد، ونشكر سعادة عبد الله ناصر الجنيبي على هذه الكلمة وعلى هذه الإيضاحات والمعلومات اللي تعطينا دافع وأمل أن القادم أجمل.
ما في شك. السيدات والسادة، دعونا نعود قليلا إلى الوراء بالذاكرة. في 22 من أبريل في ربيع عام 2008 وبالتحديد في إمارة دبي، ترقب جماهيري، كاميرات تستعد لتوثق حدث مفصلي، صحفيون يعانقون أقلامهم من أجل كتابة القصة الأهم في تاريخ كرة الإمارات.
إنها اللحظة الأولى لولادة رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية التي رأت النور وأبصرت كرة الإمارات معها شعاع الاحتراف المستنير بدعم القيادة الرشيدة التي ساندت هذه المؤسسة في مختلف المراحل والظروف. وما زالت القصة مستمرة متواصلة، ولكن بثوب جديد.
هوية بصرية جديدة تواكب تطور الكرة الإماراتية تحت مظلة رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية بشعار جديد وطموح متجدد من أجل الارتقاء بكرة القدم الإماراتية يا ندى.
نعم، شكل ولون آخر لكن الهدف والمسعى واحد. كل التوفيق للرابطة بهذا الشعار الجميل الذي يعني يعطي تطلعات المستقبل كيف تكون.
ما في شك. السيدات والسادة، الحفل الكريم سنتعرف اليوم على نجوم الموسم الذين قدموا عطاءات كبيرة طوال الموسم الماضي بعد أن مرت عملية الاختيار بعدة مراحل.
فجوائز رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية تنقسم إلى 3 أقسام.
جوائز حسب الإحصائيات، جوائز بناء على التصويت، وجائزة حسب المعايير. تشمل قائمة الجوائز المبنية على التصويت كلاً من
الكرة الذهبية لأفضل لاعب،
القائد لأفضل مدرب، الفتى الذهبي لأفضل لاعب تحت 23 عام،
القفاز الذهبي لأفضل حارس مرمى، أفضل لاعب من اختيار الجمهور،
أجمل هدف يا ندى.
أكيد. أما الجوائز المبنية على الإحصائيات فهي جائزة الحذاء الذهبي لهداف الدوري،
جائزة الحذاء الذهبي لهداف كأس مصرف أبوظبي الإسلامي، جائزة الحذاء الفضي لهداف دوري تحت 23 عام،
وجائزة الحضور الجماهيري، وجائزة المدير الفني لفانتسي دورينا،
وفريق الأحلام اللي بكل تأكيد راح نتعرف عليه من خلال هذه الأمسية.
أما جائزة وفق المعايير فهي جائزة التميز في الاحتراف والتراخيص، وتسلم للنادي الذي يستوفي المعايير المحددة حسب متطلبات الرابطة في نظام ترخيص الأندية،
بالإضافة إلى معايير ضبط الجودة والعقوبات الإدارية والحضور الجماهيري،
والترتيب العام في جميع المسابقات باستثناء بطولة السوبر.
حفلنا الكريم سنبدأ الآن التكريم، تكريم من استحق الذهب في ليلة الذهب، من استحق أن يكون الأفضل في ليلة صنعت للأفضل بعد موسم طويل. التواجد هنا في هذا المكان وسام فخر واعتزاز لكل النجوم والأسماء التي تحضر من خلال هذا الحفل بغض النظر عن مآلات التصويت والنتائج. بكل تأكيد البداية مع جائزة الحضور الجماهيري، هذه الجماهير التي دائما تضفي رونقا خاصا لمباريات كرة القدم وتقدم الكثير، ومعهم تصبح هذه اللعبة أكثر انتشارا وأكثر جمالا وإبداعا. بكل تأكيد الصغير قبل الكبير الذي يحضر لمدرجات دورينا. والمرشحون لهذه الجائزة هم نادي الوصل، نادي العين، ونادي الجزيرة.
وقبل أن نعلن عن الفائز يسرنا دعوة السيد طارق الشبيبي عضو مجلس إدارة رابطة المحترفين للصعود إلى المسرح لتتويج الفائز.
إذن أولى الجوائز التي تحضر من خلال هذا الحفل الذي يأتي تحت إدارة رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية، والفائز هو نادي العين. يتسلم الجائزة السيد عبد الله محمد الخوري مدير الأكاديمية والمواهب بنادي العين، فليتفضل مشكورا. نبارك لنادي العين الحصول على هذه الجائزة، وهذا الأمر غير مستغرب بكل تأكيد على نادي بحجم وعراقة نادي العين.
ألف مبروك وشكرا للسيد طارق الشبيبي. ننتقل إلى جائزة التميز في الاحتراف والتراخيص، وهي جائزة حسب المعايير تنافست فيها الأندية المحترفة. أما الأندية المرشحة فهي نادي العين، نادي الجزيرة، ونادي الوحدة.
ويسرنا بكل تأكيد بدعوة محمد سعيد بوزنجال عضو مجلس إدارة رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية بالتفضل على هذه المنصة لتتويج النادي الفائز في هذه الجائزة يا ندى.
والجائزة ذهبت إلى نادي الجزيرة. ألف مبروك ألف مبروك، ونتمنى لكم التوفيق دائما. يتسلم الجائزة السيدة مريم النويس مدير قسم التجارة والتسويق بمجموعة نادي الجزيرة، فلتتفضل إلى المسرح.
هذا الكيان الكبير الجزيرة اللي دائما ما يقدم الحضور ودائما ما يقدم التميز الملفت في مسابقاتنا المحلية بنجومه بأسماءه بتميزه في مختلف الأقسام، وواحد من الأقسام المميزة واللي يحصد هذه الجائزة المستحقة بكل تأكيد.
نعم، جائزة فيها معايير كثيرة، فالفوز بها يعتبر إنجاز.
ويسرنا الآن مشاهدينا الكرام أن ندعو السيد سعيد عبيد عضو مجلس إدارة رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية أن يتفضل إلى هذه المنصة لنواصل تكريم المبدعين المميزين الذين قدموا عطاءات كبيرة الموسم الماضي. وننتقل الآن إلى جائزة الحذاء الفضي لهداف دوري تحت 23 عام، وهو الدوري المعني بالمواهب الصاعدة بشكل كبير، حيث فاز بها النجم منصور المنهالي وكرر إنجازه في الموسم قبل الماضي، لاعب فريق الوحدة الذي قدم موسم مميز مختلف، 18 هدف نجح من خلالها بالتواجد من خلال منصة النجوم للموسم الثاني على التوالي. منصور من أسرة رياضية كبيرة بكل تأكيد، واحد المميزين. منصور يحضر معانا للموسم الثاني يا ندى.
يستاهل هذا الفوز وهذا التكريم وهذا التكرار لإنجاز الموسم قبل الماضي، إبداع متواصل. ونشكر السيد سعيد الكعبي على تواجده وتكريمه الفائز، موهبة واعدة، صاحب قدم ذهبية، وأكيد ننتظر منها الكثير في الموسم المقبل. ننتقل إلى جائزة أجمل هدف، وما في مباراة يعني تحلى بدون أهداف تروي عطش الشغف والحماس.
ما في شك.
هذه الجائزة حسمها الجمهور، اختاروا الأفضل من ناحية زاويتهم، ذائقتهم، وحبهم للأهداف.
ودائما الجمهور لهم نظرة يا ندى.
أكيد هم رقم واحد في الملعب. خلينا نقول من هم المرشحون لهذه الجائزة. هدف سفيان رحيمي في مرمى الشارقة، هدف نبيل فقير في مرمى العين، وهدف عمر خربين في مرمى كلباء.
ذلك ندعو السيد حسن طالب المري عضو رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية بالتفضل على المنصة لتكريم الفائز في هذه الجائزة، جائزة أجمل هدف والتي حسمها الجمهور يا ندى.
ما نعرف الحين الجمهور الحاضر شنو ذائقته بين الثلاثة، لكن خلينا نقول الجمهور المصوت اختار هدف نبيل فقير في مرمى نادي العين.
واحد من الأهداف اللي بصراحة كثيرة كانت مميزة في موسمنا الرياضي. نبيل فقير واحد من الأسماء اللي تشكل إضافة كبيرة في مسابقاتنا المحلية، واحد من النجوم اللي مثلونا في دوريات عالمية مختلفة، اليوم يتواجد في دورينا، وجائزة مستحقة بأمر وتصويت الجماهير.
كل الشكر للسيد حسن طالب المري وللاعب الموهوب نبيل فقير. نراك ونرى أداءك مستمرا في الموسم المقبل. حضورنا الكريم، مشاهدينا الكرام، لم تنتهي قصة الليلة بعد، لم تروي ليلتنا كل حكاياتها ولم تبح بكل أسرارها.
فعلا يا ندى، تبقى لنا الكثير في ليلة النجوم والأساطير، والآن نترككم مع وصلة موسيقية نتمنى أن تنال على إعجابكم.
لوحة رائعة، موسيقى مبهجة تعبر عن هذا التمازج والتنوع في ثقافتنا الإماراتية.
صحيح يا ندى، شفنا الثقافات المختلفة واللي تعكس مجتمعنا في دولة الإمارات العربية المتحدة. السيدات والسادة، لطالما كان الإعلام عاملاً رئيسياً في تغطية الأحداث الكبيرة والمسابقات المحلية، وكان له الأثر الفاعل في إبراز كرة الاحتراف هنا في دولة الإمارات. اليوم نسعد بتكريم أحد الرجالات التي قدمت عطاءات كبيرة طوال السنوات الماضية. قبل أن نتعرف على هذه الشخصية، أدعو سعادة عبد الله ناصر الجنيبي بالتفضل إلى هذه المنصة لتكريم هذه الشخصية التي قدمت العطاءات الكبيرة. يسعدنا دعوة الأستاذ والإعلامي محمد نجيب إلى المسرح لاستلام هذه الجائزة.
قامة كبيرة وإعلامي قدم الكثير للإعلام الإماراتي الرياضي وللدولة والوطن.
تقدير غير مستغرب من رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية باسم الشارع الرياضي الإماراتي لأحد الشخصيات المميزة التي تحضر من خلال الإعلام الإماراتي. هكذا تكرم الشخصيات وهكذا هو التقدير من رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية لمن قدم عطاءات طيلة السنوات الماضية. ونستأذن من أبو ناصر بالبقاء معنا على هذه المنصة. لنبدأ الآن مع يستاهل أبو زايد.
ما قصر وتشرفنا فيه بتواجده في هذه الليلة التكريمية المبهجة للكل فيها فرح وسعيد. إذن لنواصل هذه اللفتة الخاصة بالتقدير والامتنان ولوحة الشكر والعرفان اللي دائما الرابطة تحب أن تقدمها خلال حفل الجوائز لكل من ساهم في نجاح مسابقات الرابطة خلال
صحيح يا ندى. الآن نبدأ مع القنوات الناقلة لمسابقات رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية، القنوات التي سخرت كل الإمكانيات لتغطية هكذا أحداث كبيرة مما أسهم في إبرازها لكل العالم. والبداية قنوات أبوظبي الرياضية يمثلها السيد عمران محمد.
قناة دبي الرياضية السيد عبد الرحمن أمين.
وقناة الشارقة الرياضية يمثلها السيد عبد الرحيم الحمادي، فليتفضل مشكورا.
ننتقل الآن مع شركاء النجاح، وهذه المرة مع رعاة رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية الذين أسهموا في نجاحات كرة الإمارات وقدموا الكثير من الإسهامات في سبيل رفعتها وريادتها.
والبداية مع شركة بترول أبوظبي الوطنية أدنوك يمثلها السيد ياسر سعيد المزروعي، الرئيس التنفيذي لدائرة الموارد البشرية والدعم المؤسسي. هذه الشركة الرائدة والمزود المسؤول والموثوق للطاقة منخفضة الانبعاثات، الشركة التي نفخر بها ونباهي أمام العالم بكل تأكيد.
شركة إعمار العقارية وندعو السيدة علياء السويدي ممثل الشركة. هذه شركة واحدة من أكبر شركات التطوير العقاري وأبرزها في العالم، أعادت صياغة أساسيات التطوير العقاري لتصبح مرجعية في هذا العالم بفضل ابتكاراتها وتجديدها المستمر.
مبادرات صاحب السمو رئيس الدولة المهندس سعيد سلطان النيادي رئيس قسم العقود في مبادرات صاحب السمو رئيس الدولة بكل تأكيد ما هي إلا تعبير أصيل عن دور القيادة التي تؤمن دائما بالعطف والأبوة والإنسانية والعطاء المستمر واللامحدود والاستثمار دائما في أبناء هذا الوطن.
قصر الإمارات مندرين أورينتال، ندعو السيد سنجيف شوكلا مدير الاستراتيجية التجارية. هذا القصر تحفة نعتز بتواجدها في أبوظبي الحبيبة، معلم لا تخطئه العين ولا يمكن النظر إليه إلا بمنظار الجمال، حيث ترسخ في وجدان أبوظبي.
طيران الإمارات السيد عادل الغيث مدير أول طيران الإمارات نائب رئيس أول عمليات التجارية المركز. طيران الإمارات هذه العلامة التجارية الأكثر قيمة بين شركات الخطوط الجوية والاسم الذي يزين سماء العالم ويحمل اسم الإمارات.
مجموعة MBME، وندعو السيد عبد الهادي محمد العضو المنتدب والرئيس التنفيذي للمجموعة. هذه هي شركة رائدة في مجال التكنولوجيا المالية والتحول الرقمي.
قطارات الاتحاد السيد سعيد الأحبابي رئيس قطاع الخدمات المساندة لشركة قطارات الاتحاد. هذه الشركة التي تعمل كمحفز للنمو الاقتصادي وللتنمية الاجتماعية المستدامة عبر ارتقائها بمنظومة النقل وقطاع الخدمات اللوجستية في دولة الإمارات.
سالم الشعيبي للمجوهرات، وندعو السيد سالم الشعيبي مؤسس المجموعة التي حققت شهرة واسعة في مجالها عبر تميزها وريادتها وتاريخها العريق والممتد لسنوات طويلة من النجاح والتألق والحرفية.
ولأن التنوع يحضر بالنسبة لشركاء رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية من عالم المجوهرات إلى عالم العطور، الرصاصي للعطور يمثلها السيد سيد شهاب الدين رئيس قسم التسويق الرقمي لشركة الرصاصي للعطور. هذه العلامة التجارية والاسم التجاري الناجح في عالم صناعة العطور.
ومن العطور إلى عالم الأطعمة، شركة ماكدونالدز الإمارات، ندعو السيد فؤاد شمس مدير إدارة التسويق.
شركة تيك توك يمثلها السيد محمد حرب رئيس قسم الشراكات في الشرق الأوسط وشمال أفريقيا. هذه المنصة الرائدة بكل تأكيد في العالم بالنسبة للمقاطع والفيديوهات القصيرة، الدخول في عالم الرياضة بكل تأكيد، وتتمتع بشعبية كبيرة ومتابعين كثر في مختلف أنحاء العالم يا ندى.
بالملايين خاصة في الجيل الصغير الجين زي. تيك توك هو منصته المعشوقة الأولى. فولكس فاجن النابودة للسيارات، ندعو السيد فيكتور دالماو إلى المسرح، وهو الرئيس التنفيذي للعمليات في النابودة للسيارات. هي الشريك صاحب الرابطة من البدايات، وساهم بشكل فعال في خدمة كرة الإمارات عبر عطائه الوطني المتواصل.
شركة أفاتريد يمثلها الأستاذ آلان أبو منصور نائب رئيس أول لتطوير الأعمال. هذه الشركة المتخصصة والرائدة في مجال التداول الإلكتروني.
فنادق ركسوس، وندعو السيد علي أوزباي نائب رئيس قسم التسويق والاتصال في ركسوس، خبراء الترفيه في عالم الضيافة الفاخرة، وهي علامة تجارية مشهود لها بكفاءتها وخدماتها الراقية حول العالم.
شركة نايكي يمثلها السيد ريكي دومينغيز مدير أول تسويق الرياضة. نايكي هذه العلامة التجارية العالمية الرائدة بكل تأكيد والمتخصصة في المنتجات الرياضية على مستوى العالم، والتي دائما ما تقدم التصاميم المختلفة والمغايرة والتي تسعد الجميع.
مصرف أبوظبي الإسلامي السيد حسن عبد الله الشامسي رئيس إدارة المتعاملين الخاصة والخدمات المصرفية الخاصة. مصرف أبوظبي الإسلامي مؤسسة رائدة في عالم المصارف وصاحبة المسؤولية المجتمعية في مختلف المجالات، وشريك أسهم في خدمة الكرة الإماراتية منذ فجر الاحتراف، حيث رافق هذه الرحلة بزخاء ودعم كبير.
كذلك نطلب من الأستاذ حسن الشامسي التفضل بالبقاء على هذه المنصة للإعلان عن جائزة الحذاء الذهبي لهداف كأس مصرف أبوظبي الإسلامي، والتي فاز بها رامون ميريز لاعب الجزيرة، والذي نجح في تسجيل 5 أهداف في الموسم الماضي. هذه الجائزة مشاهدينا الكرام التي استحدثتها رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية في الموسم قبل الماضي، ومستمرة بكل تأكيد. بطولة غالية تحمل اسم كأس مصرف أبوظبي الإسلامي، وهداف يستحق هذا التكريم رامي. شكرا للسيد حسن الشامسي. بكل تأكيد وصلنا لجوائز مختلفة ومتنوعة يا ندى.
نعم، وصلنا لجائزة أفضل لاعب من اختيار الجمهور، وهذه الجائزة حصرت في المرشحين التالية أسماءهم: محمد النني لاعب فريق الجزيرة، لوكاس بيمنتا لاعب فريق الوحدة، فابيو ليما لاعب فريق الوصل. الفائز هو محمد النني لاعب فريق الجزيرة. ألف مبروك.
يستاهل محمد هذا الاسم البارز واللامع في سماء كرة القدم العالمية، واليوم يتواجد في مسابقاتنا المحلية، إضافة بكل تأكيد من أم الدنيا للإمارات بالتواجد في مسابقاتنا المحلية. ألف مبروك يا محمد. والآن مع جائزة الفتى الذهبي، وهي إحدى جوائز التصويت، الجائزة التي تستهدف تقدير المواهب الصاعدة وتحفيزهم للمزيد من العطاء. والمرشحون هم إبراهيم ديارة لاعب فريق الوحدة، وهيلمي دا سيلفا لاعب فريق شباب الأهلي، بالإضافة إلى سياكا سيديبي لاعب فريق الوصل. والفائز بهذه الجائزة من توج بالألقاب مع شباب الأهلي دا سيلفا والمعروف والشهير ببالا، فليتفضل لتسلم هذه الجائزة المستحقة بعد موسم طويل قدم من خلاله مستويات مميزة جدا، أحد المواهب التي تتواجد في مسابقاتنا المحلية وتقدم عطاءات كبيرة، وأسهم مع فريق شباب الأهلي في الصعود على المنصات، وهو يستحق أن يتواجد على منصة الأبطال.
نعم يستحق. ننتقل إلى جائزة الحذاء الذهبي، وهذه الجائزة في حفل الليلة ذهبت إلى أحد كبار الهدافين في تاريخ دورينا والمعروف بأهدافه الحاسمة المميزة الجميلة. زار شباك الفرق 20 مرة خلال الموسم الماضي. هو لابا كوجو، نجم فريق العين وهداف الدوري. ألف ألف مبروك. يتسلم الجائزة بالنيابة عنه عبد الله محمد الخوري، مدير الأكاديمية والمواهب بنادي العين.
جائزة مستحقة لواحد من أفضل الهدافين الأجانب الذين مروا على نادي العين وكذلك في مسابقاتنا المحلية، وهم كثر. لابا كوجو يستحق هذه الجائزة. من الحذاء الذهبي إلى القفاز الذهبي، ودائما نقول أن الحارس نصف الفريق وفي بعض الأحيان أكثر بعد. لذلك نصل للمرشحون لهذه الجائزة 2 مخضرمين بصراحة، كابتن علي خصيف حارس مرمى فريق الجزيرة، والمخضرم الآخر عادل الحوسني حارس مرمى فريق الشارقة، ويتواجد بينهم الحارس الشاب الذي قدم موسم مميز حمد المقبالي حارس فريق شباب الأهلي، ونجح من خلال هذا الموسم الماضي حمد المقبالي بالحصول على جائزة القفاز الذهبي بكل تأكيد بعد عطاءات كبيرة قدمها أثناء الموسم الماضي. نجح في التصدي للعديد من الكرات، نجح في التصدي للكثير من الفرص والأرقام التي تحضر 10 كلين شيت. بالنسبة لهذا الحارس الشاب نرجو أن تكون هذه مجرد بداية لحمد المقبالي في مسيرته الكروية.
أكيد أكيد بلا شك يستحق هذه الجائزة، ويستحق الدوري الدماء الشابة الجديدة اللي تحمل الراية. أما جائزة القائد لأفضل مدرب، يعني من المربع والمستطيل الأخضر ننتقل الآن إلى من يقف أمام دكة البدلاء خلف خط الملعب، لكنه يحمل على عاتقه مسؤولية قيادة الفريق. المرشحون لهذه الجائزة هم باولو سوزا مدرب فريق شباب الأهلي، ميلوش ميلوفيتش مدرب فريق الوصل، وأولاريو كوزمان مدرب فريق الشارقة السابق ومدرب المنتخب الحالي. الفائز، تتوقعون من الفائز؟ والله الجمهور عارف مراجع زين. فعلا الفائز هو باولو سوزا مدرب فريق شباب الأهلي.
اسماء كبيرة تحضر في دورينا في مسابقاتنا المحلية. باولو سوزا واحد من الأسماء المميزة التي تحضر، وفي أول موسم ينجح في تحقيق كل هذه الأرقام والنجاحات مع فريق شباب الأهلي.
ألف مبروك.
من جائزة القائد لأفضل مدرب إلى جائزة الكرة الذهبية لأفضل لاعب، وأعتقد اللي تابع دورينا الموسم الماضي والأسماء اللي حضرت فيه والمستويات المتقاربة فرديا بالنسبة للاعبين راح يحتار. لذلك القائمة ضمت مهدي قائدي لاعب فريق كلباء، وكذلك سردار خليل آزمون لاعب فريق شباب الأهلي، بالإضافة إلى كايو لوكاس لاعب فريق الشارقة. أرقام تحضر، أسماء كبيرة بكل تأكيد تحضر من خلال دورينا، والتنافس كان كبير جدا بينهم مع تفاوت مراكزهم في بطولة الدوري، لكن البطولات تفرض نفسها في مثل هذه الأحداث. سردار آزمون يتوج بجائزة الكرة الذهبية لأفضل لاعب، هذا النجم الذي قدم الكثير في الموسم الماضي برفقة شباب الأهلي، سجل في العديد من المناسبات 17 مساهمة، 19 تمريرة مؤثرة. واحد من الأسماء اللي نفخر كذلك بتواجده هنا في دورينا بعد رحلة رائعة في أوروبا.
ألف مبروك لسردار خليل أزمن، وشكرا لسعادة عبد الله نصر الجنيبي رئيس رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية. ألف مبروك للجميع، للفائزين، وحظ أوفر لباقي المرشحين. مع أن الوصول لهذه المرحلة هو بحد ذاته تتويج محمد، والكل فائز في ليلة تكريم النجوم هذه.
ما في شك يا ندى، نحن وصلنا للأمتار الأخيرة، ودائما الإثارة تكون في الأمتار الأخيرة. فقراتنا ما انتهت، باقي لنا فقرة مهمة جدا راح تحضر من خلالها، وهي فقرة فريق الأحلام. 11 اسم راح يزينون ختام هذا الحفل، ولكن نترككم مع هذه الفقرة. يعطيكم العافية على هذا العرض وعلى هذه اللفتة الرائعة ندى، اللي فيها تنوع، وأجمل ما فيها كذلك أعلام أنديتنا، شعارات أنديتنا، ونحن على أعتاب موسم جديد ننتظر فيه الكثير بكل تأكيد من مختلف الأندية.
أنا باخذ من الكلمة الأخيرة اللي طلعت في الفيديو، نشوفكم في الملعب، نلقاكم في الملعب، نحب تواجدكم في الملعب. أحس هذا الكرنفال واللوحة كانت تعبر عن المشجعين، وتعبر أيضاً عن التناغم والتنوع والتسامح في المدرجات اللي نشوفها بين جميع الجنسيات. فلوحة رائعة لختام جميل لهذه الليلة. لكن مش قبل فريق الأحلام.
فريق الأحلام بكل تأكيد هو المشهد الأخير من هذا الحفل الكبير. مشاهدينا الكرام، نتحدث عن 11 لاعب تنافسوا من أجل التواجد في قائمة هذا الفريق الذي سيخوض غمار الموسم القادم بطريقة 3-4-3 يقودهم أكيد مدرب مميز. لذلك راح نبدأ مع حراسة المرمى.
حراسة المرمى أهم شيء، وبما أن احنا تكلمنا عن الدماء الجديدة والنجم الجديد الصاعد في الموسم الماضي، فتم اختيار في حراسة المرمى حمد المقبالي،
بالإضافة إلى ماركوس ميلوني في خط الدفاع، ومحمد النني اللي قدم مستويات كبيرة في خط الدفاع، ولوكاس بيمنتا مدافع الوحدة ومنتخبنا.
في الوسط علي صالح، مهدي قائدي، كايو لوكاس وفابيو ليما،
وسردار آزمون في خط الهجوم، ولابا وبالا كذلك في خط الهجوم. خط هجوم مرعب بالنسبة لدورينا ولفريق الأحلام اللي يحضر من خلال النسخة الماضية. ألف مبروك لكل من تواجد في هذا المكان وفي هذه المناسبة وارتقى هنا في هذه المنصة، منصة النجوم يا ندى.
على أمل أن نلقاهم في الموسم المقبل في الحفل القادم. يعني الهمم لازم تكون كبيرة وعالية والطموحات أكبر. إذن التكريم ليس النهاية بل خطوة أولى لمزيد من العطاء في مسيرة التميز والطموح، وحافز من أجل الأكثر والمواصلة. فألف مبروك للفائزين.
ما في شك طوينا صفحة الموسم الماضي ونفتح صفحة جديدة من صفحات دورينا، والرسالة كانت واضحة من رابطة المحترفين الإماراتية: نراكم دائما في الملعب خلف الأندية وخلف النجوم وخلف الفرق التي تحضر وتقدم مستويات كبيرة جدا. تقبلوا تحياتي وزميلتي ندى الشيباني. في أمان الله.
شكرا لكم.
Yes, we are back and we are live, and what a fantastic award ceremony it's been. Here's Asa Santo here, the man with me, side by side. Now, looking at that, any surprises or anything that stood out? I know we talked about it off air, but for the fans listening, what stood out for you regarding the awards?
Well, expect the unexpected, as they say.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
believe that honoring of the awards, some players, they really did deserve to be, awarded. Congratulations for them.
Yes.
Also, congratulations to the nominees as well. That I hope they didn't get disappointed at this point because they came this far.
Yeah.
Actually, to be one of the nominees is also by itself is an achievement. So basically, whatever happens, whatever it's gonna happen, whatever they have to go through this, I think this season would be a lot of surprises for them to make up, to show, and to keep that consistency as they can get rewarded by next year.
Consistency is the word. We talked about the difference between great teams and unbeatable teams. Shabab Al Ahly obviously came out with a lot of success by looking at the Golden Boy Award. Obviously, Sardar Azmoun, with 11 goals, 6 assists, was formidable in the league, not just for his contributions on the pitch, but also his leadership off it. That was something I think that a lot of people looked at.
Yeah.
Then we look at, obviously, the goalkeeper, which sometimes don't always get the credit.
Yeah, I know.
You know, Hamad
Al-Makhbali.
al-Makhbali, 23 caps,
Mashallah.
10 clean sheets.
Yeah.
And I think that was something we expected.
Me and both of us, I think we expected it. He did really a phenomenal season last season, and I believe that this guy developed a lot of things, a lot of confidence, especially like we saw him saving a lot of dangerous goals. We saw him in the penalty kicks, I remember, during the Cup last season. I mean, I can give him that credit. He really did an amazing season.
Yeah, some things weren't predictable. Those things that weren't predictable was the goal of the year.
Yeah.
They were all outstanding goals. We had Omar Karbaninda from Al-Wahda. We had Sufyan Rahimi.
Yeah.
But the winner was Nabil Fakir.
Fakir, yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's still Sufyan. He had a really like spectacular goal. I remember that goal. But like I said, it's always based on the fans. It's all based on what they've seen. I mean, the perspective of the point of view, the way they look at it. But well done. I mean, congratulations to him.
Now, for obvious reasons, the fans player of the year was one that I looked out for personal reasons. We spoke about this off air.
Yeah.
I'm delighted for Mohammed al-Ninni, man. Mohammed al-Ninni from Al Jazeera did his thing.
Yeah.
And I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Now, you're no stranger to awards, because if we take it back to 2014, a certain guest star next to me here from right back got best right back, scored 7 goals, and they were all headers.
All headers, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I appreciate you saying that. Going back to 2014 and remembering it was not also from individual active for me. It was all from the best assist.
Yeah.
And it was always, I think, 4 or 5 goals was from Ismail Matar himself, the real legend.
Okay.
And I remember that against Al Jazeera, where there was 2 goals by headers. It was the last goal, was the last second of the game. So all credits goes to him. But being in that position, I mean, I can share that moment, to know that, oh my God, being in that place gives always a motivation for any player to be like, okay, so I got it this far to be in this year, to even win the award, to make sure that next year I should add more, all to keep the same level.
So going to that point now, what's the thought process going in when you set the bar high and you win an award and you score that amount of goals from right back? What's the thought process now going into the section? How do you match that intensity?
My goal was to work hard to be the difference better than the previous season or whatever season you play. And my aim was to go in the national team. Honestly, after achieving that, I got picked in the national team. But there's something else. And this is most of the players, I would say, in my perspective, they fall for that, which is you have to know that it's not the tactic or the game or the formation that you have to go. You have to be the player who can play in the multiple places, because sometimes the coach or the manager, they have a confidence on you as a player, not only for example, as a right back, that's it. You only know how to play right back. No, I can use you also sometimes if I'm going to change the formation to play like, for example, an offense. I can use you as a left back or as a midfielder. Can you actually have an impact for this? So as a player, you need to have a background of this, and I think you need to, to know a different position, I would say.
You talked about the manager. The manager of the year was Paulo Sousa.
Yeah.
I mean, we kind of spoke about that, and we kind of looked at it and thought to ourselves, with the season that he's had and the success that they've had, we kind of expected him to do that.
True.
26 games played, 19 wins, 6 draws, and 1 loss. That's a standard.
Yeah.
That's a standard for anyone.
I mean, aiming is not to lose, even for one game. I would say even that losing game could be, I don't know when it was, middle of the season or beginning, or even if it was the end. At the end, I would know that it could be the end of the season, the players could be tired or something like this. But beginning or the middle, I think that was the point of view of also changing. There's no failure, there's no success without failure, and I believe that even lost game, it gave the coach a different perspective. And I really congratulate him being, one of the toughest team in the last season.
And again, we were talking off air, by setting the standards now, the other teams are going to have a target on Shabab's back.
Of course.
They're going to want to try and upset the car even more. So it's going to be a fantastic season. It won't be as obvious. It won't be as straightforward. There's going to be hiccups on the way, and there's going to be people that might sometimes surprise us. I think the way it's looking and the players that have been added and the rest, you know, we spoke to Kayo off air, the rest that these players have got and the time with their family only gets them ready for what's to come.
That was coming, yeah. You're right. I can elaborate with that.
Now, looking at the other things as well, we've got the golden shoe, obviously top goal scorer, Laba.
Laba, yeah.
Okay, we knew that beforehand.
Yeah.
20 goals. There's a stat that I want to throw your mind. When someone takes that many shots, he took 90 shots, okay, in the league.
Wow.
Is that just you keep trying, you keep trying, you keep trying, and it might happen? Or is it something that only specific players can do?
I believe it's some specific player. They've been trained for this. As you see, let's go back on the old players. David Beckham, how many fouls or how many shots he shoots during the training?
Yeah.
It takes him consistency to know to not hit or to not miss the goal.
Yeah.
And I believe Laba Koja, one of the 3 years ago, I saw his footage on how he was trained in his country, and the same way that he was using that for whatever strategy it was, used it in a season. I mean, in a season and in the games. And I believe that he knows actually 90, maybe it could be, I don't know, it could be more. I believe that he was knowing what he was doing and not missing the target is, I believe that's what's, you know, what's special about this.
Yeah, I think that type of player has a certain smell, a certain instinct.
Always.
It's a killer instinct that they smell goals, right? So they will keep trying. Sometimes they'll get congratulated, sometimes they'll get shouted.
Yeah. But he will keep trying. That's the best part about it.
Exactly.
He will always keep trying, yeah.
Exactly. And the fans, the Fan League Award.
Yeah.
Now, Al Ain got this one. Okay.
They deserve it.
I'll tell you now, looking at that, you got to say, well done.
Well done, yeah.
But it also gets the other fans thinking, we want to be best. We want to be the best fans.
Yeah.
So I'm expecting that. I know you've been to a lot of games. I've been to a lot of games over the last season.
Yeah.
We've watched them play. Is there a stadium that you go in there and it feels a little bit different as an ex-player?
I believe it was Al Wasl fans.
Okay.
Al Wasl fans, I mean, despite and with all due respect to other fans, you have Al Wasl fans and you have a Sharjah fans.
Yeah.
But Al Wasl fans, they've been always loyal by ups and downs with their team because they were always on the stand. You see them on the stand and the way they're behind the team. I mean, my perspective, they actually even have an effect and impact on even the management of the team. Al Wasl fans have a lot of effects on the players.
Yeah.
That's my perspective. But other than that, there's a big game like, let's say, Classico, or we call it derby between two teams. There's always a fan clash, and you see them even before the game started. They come, you see them on the cafes or in the workplaces. They're always like, you know, you have this competition between them, and I'm really a fan of that as well.
Okay, I like that. Now, the Golden Boy Award under 23, Guilherme da Silva, Shabab Al Ahli.
Yeah.
The mindset shifts now. You're no longer a young player.
Yeah.
You now have the whole world and the whole region looking at you as the best under 23 player.
True.
So, you've been 23 at one of these big clubs in the past. How does that now manage the expectations and not let the nerves get the best of you?
Clearly, under 23 is the beginning of a new beginning also. I believe that this mind or this set of mind at the moment as a player, he have to clear his mind with everything. With everything, I mean, he have to expect the unexpected. Of course, now you're in a big player. I mean, you're in the big teams right now. You're gonna have attacks from social media. That might affect. You're gonna have attack from a teammate or older teammate. You're gonna have attacks from anywhere else. But you need to be prepared because the atmosphere cannot actually distract you from actually what is your target. So keep the mindset that you have to keep your mind strong, keep the same motivation, keep the same target. And I believe these players, I believe in them that in our league can always develop these new players. And I believe that they're gonna make next season as good. I mean, they're gonna do good in the next season, as I believe.
Right, and then we're talking about the players that are still winners but didn't win the award.
Yeah.
That surely adds a hunger now for them as well.
Of course, yeah.
You know, the fact that they've come down here tonight, it's a fantastic event.
Yep.
You know, Emirates Palace has really set the bar high.
Yeah.
The sponsors are all here. They've done their thing to make it as prestigious as possible for everyone that's involved. So with those players that don't win, Is it a question of, right, okay, I've got a target next year, I need to kind of set the bar high? Or is it like, I need to get out of here as quick as possible? What's going through their mind at this stage?
I believe that this first answer was they need to come back with a different mentality and to be hungry to get to where what the target is. I mean, they got this far to be here, even if they didn't get the award. If that mentality, if they set this bar, and they should set their bar high up, to think that next season I should do better. And I believe every players, all of those players, I mean, congratulations, like I said, to all of them. Being here is an honorable thing for sure, but I believe they're gonna work hard and achieve their goals, inshallah.
Inshallah. Now, one last couple of questions before we wrap up here, because obviously we're coming to an end. The league now is positioned in a way where we saw what happened last season.
Yeah.
What's your expectation for the new season coming up?
Joining with a lot of contracts with the new players. I believe this next season will be different. This next season will have a more like I said, the youth players, which they will have an impact to actually improve our season. There's unexpected teams that they might surprise us with their new players. Unexpected team that might surprise us with their performance. And this is what I like about our league, is because you never know who's the best team, or you never know. Al Ain could play against Shabab Al Ahli and could be the best game ever. And Al Ain could play with the teams that are coming from second division and might have a clash. I believe what's so happy, and what's my experience that I know, our seasons always depends on unexpected, because every team is tough, and every small, young, whatever you say, every team is hungry. They always need an aim to win, and that's all I can say.
Yeah, no, and you said it really well, to be honest. I mean, I'm looking here, Ramirez with his family, and
amazing.
It's nice to see that they're at that stage where they're looking at their father, who just won an award, and there must be a proud moment.
Of course.
The ADIB Cup top goal scorer is what he got. He scored the most goals in the cup, and he's here with his family, and they're here just, enjoying the moment.
Nice.
I'm sure when they're old enough, they'll look back at us and say, Dad won an award.
Yes.
It's
that's a good thing, because family is everything to some or most of these players, because like we spoke to most of the players, they said it's the base for them. It's the principle for them, because at the end of the day, they are the supporters. They are your rock. They are your back. No matter what happened outside, when you come home, the first thing you need to know is that, okay, I'm gonna start again here. I'm gonna turn on my ignition, and I'm gonna start over again to reach to my higher beams or higher limits. And yeah, I believe this moment is a precious moment, and I really congrats. Oh, he's coming here.
And he's coming now. We were just speaking about him, Ramirez, with the family. Please have a seat.
Yeah. Hi.
Okay, yeah, we can hold that for him as well. Yes, absolutely, no problem. I mean, he has to manage the kids, he has to manage the trophy. How are you feeling?
How are you feeling?
I feel so happy, because we work for this moment. Every player dream with this moment, and I am so happy.
Yes, and with the family being around, are they old enough to realize what you've done?
Yes. This is the big support for me, because we talk all the time.
Yeah.
It's my energy.
Yes.
In the beginning of the season, and I'm so happy to stay with them here.
Yes.
Also with my parent is in the Argentinian, but he's with me in the heart.
Yeah, of course.
Always with you. Yeah.
One thing I want to ask you: did you set yourself a target? Because goal scorers normally have this instinct to set themselves goals, and then if they achieve them, it's incredible. But did you set yourself a target in the beginning of the season?
Every striker dreams with the stay in the first
top of the list.
The top in the list.
Yes.
Like this. But when you start the season, you have a lot of dreams.
Yes.
One of these is this to have this trophy, but we prepare ourselves, you know. In the beginning of the season, we have a lot of problem.
Yeah.
We make a mistake. We miss few goals and we go energy down, you know. But every day, what I say, thank my family to support me, to give me this energy to come to the pitch and give everything to myself.
That's amazing. Congratulations again for this. I want to ask you, so what is your expectation for next season? Since you got so far, was an amazing thing to achieve this season. And of course, I'm pretty sure you have a different perspective of what's going to happen next season. What are your view about this?
You know, we prepare for win the league. This is true. We dream with this, and we give everything in the preparation to arrive in the first game in the season to give everything to win, to show that we want to win. And we talk about the group in the dressing room. If we are like group, we are like family, we can win everything, you know. But what I say, also we need luck, we need help from the God, and and we need to go game to game, you know.
I wanted to ask you, everyone talks about all the good things, the great things that happen in a season, but how do you lift yourself up when things are not great? How do you change that? What do you do?
I have like one mentality that I need to work. If it's good, if bad situation, only the working can go. If it's good situation, you go more up. If it's the bad situation, you need to work and stay together. The more important for me is stay like about group, about the dressing room, only one piece, and we go to the pitch, give everything 100%, and to come back after 90 minutes, 95 minutes, come again to dressing room and say, congratulations, everybody give the best. And after, you know, we say, God give the result.
Yeah.
Sometimes, you know, we can shoot 100 shoot, but cannot score. And maybe another team shoot only one time and score, and you lose 1-0.
Yeah.
This it can happen, you know, but if you work, for sure is the good thing is coming, always.
It's got that flavor, you know?
Yeah.
He's soaking, we both stayed quiet, huh? We're both like, okay.
That's good, really.
Okay, so next season, the feeling is the same.
Yeah.
It's a good energy, it's a good group. We wish you all the best here, and we'll be watching you, supporting, and hopefully we see another fantastic performance from you.
Inshallah,
Thank you very much, and good luck for you also.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All the best, huh? Thank you.
Thank you, boss.
Yes, so you can take this. Oh, what a great guy.
What a great
interview, huh?
Yeah, it's
Like
good.
that,
I like his motive. I like his motivation. This is the right mentality as a player. He's always not feeling determined. Always wants to, you know, like you get the energy from this. Is like, okay, even if it wasn't for individual, I just have to. Like the dressing room, he spoke about the dressing room, and there's one point I need to clarify about this. The dressing room in every team is the most important place in every team, especially between two halves. Because you could win the first half, but still you need that motive of players like this to be like, okay guys, that doesn't mean we're winning. We need to just like, you know, like to reduce the base. Also, if it was losing, to be like, guys, we were losing, we need to lift up. So the dressing room have a lot of impact of the players, and that's what I need to clarify. I like his motive. I like his motivation.
You know, strikers normally have this reputation of being selfish, but there was nothing selfish about him. Like, you know, when he was talking, I believed what he said when he was like, look, we score goals, we miss goals, we go back to the dressing room, we congratulate each other, and we're like a family. That is very different to their mentality where you normally have attackers who are thinking, I just need to score as many goals as I can, and whatever happens, happens. There was a hunger about him.
Yeah.
You know, he talked about Argentina, he talked about his family, he talked about team. He said a lot of things in that interview that I was looking at thinking, there's no wonder why he sat next to us.
Thinking about where he actually started, and thinking about how far he comes, involving his family, involving where he's from, involving the teammates. I believe this is this is a really rock solid player. Knowing that it's a winning, it's not only me is winning, it's everybody's winning, it's everybody's motivation, it's everybody's laugh. And this is setting a good example of knowing what kind of player he is, and knowing what kind of player we are, I mean the team or the league who's dealing with. And I like his personality.
I do, me too. Last question before we wrap up.
Let's go.
It was your debut here with us tonight.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your debut.
So much.
I thought you were fantastic. And how was your experience as a first-timer here on the podcast?
Thank you so much, Omar. Thanks to UAE Pro League. Thanks to the sponsors, ADNOC and the ADIB Cup, and the new sponsors as well. Thanks to you, really. You're the master of the mic, I would say. I felt honored. I felt really happy. It's first time being off the pitch, being on the other side, looking from a different point of view, speaking, in a different tongue of language, expressing it, having some experience actually from you, making comfortable question. I really appreciate being here. Thank you so much, really, for having me.
My pleasure. Here's to many more, and hope you guys enjoyed it for all our streamers and everyone that's watching. This is myself, Amar Al-Duri, and Isa Sadfan.
Thank you so much. Thank you.